multiple times. And so then, of course, you start to wonder, has it happened before and just wasn't caught on video? Is he a serial one of these?
Turn right onto Old South Telegraph Road, then turn left onto Orchard Lake Road.
Look, there have to be obviously all sorts of,
Use the left 2 lanes to turn onto Orchard Lake Road.
I don't want to paint in that picture.
I know you're not. I'm not trying to paint you in that picture, but I'm just trying to show you how sticky it is. And I don't know. I've never put my hands on it. And so I just think you're either wired that way or you're not. I do not believe Ray Rice. I do not believe Joe Mixon. I do not believe Kareem Hunt that it's a one-time thing. Oh, I lost my temper at that particular moment. I don't believe that. I think you're either one of those people, or you're not.
You don't think you can stop doing it?
Oh, I think you can stop doing it, yeah.
That's why it's like all these other crimes.
But I also think he's done it before, and I think now that he's gotten caught, he won't stop doing it. I wouldn't be surprised if he's done it since, because he thought he got away with it.
He may have.
Yeah.
There's a report out there that he may have struck somebody in June.
Well, if that's the case, that's a different story.
That's being investigated right now, and I think that would
I tend to believe it. Am I wrong to say that I tend to believe it probably happened?
But look at. I don't defend anything that he did, and he should be punished severely. But he should get the second chance that Joe Mixon.
Right. Michael Vickers.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn left onto Middle Belt Road.
I'm still amazed that they didn't file charges. The Cleveland police didn't do anything.
Sorry, why didn't they?
Because they should file charges.
Starting route to Orchard Lake Road and Lone Pine Road. In 4 miles, arrive at Orchard Lake Road and Lone Pine Road.
His woman initially charged.
Yes.
Yeah. It shouldn't be. Gotta take it out of the hands of the victims.
248-539-9797 is the telephone number. The ticket text 97136. We'll take your calls on this next 971.
This report brought to you by Raymond James of Michigan. Wherever Raymond James is located, they're involved in numerous charitable organizations like Bladers Community Food Bank. Their Michigan offices are pleased to support Sergeant Santa and Detroit Police Department, which is helping children in Detroit have a very happy holiday season. Raymond James and Associates Inc. member NYSE SIPC. 94 westbound just before Grand River, a disabled vehicle is partially blocking the left lane. A wreck is blocking the right side, 75 northbound just after 9 Mile, and there's a crash leaving only the right lane open. 96 degrees westbound, local lanes at the Davison. Traffic also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. $5 game day pitchers of Bud Light, Coors Light, and Miller Lite, and $5 cocktails, cheeseburgers, and brats. When football is on, you have to be at Buffalo Wild Wings. Price and participation vary. I'm Michelle Penny on the WWJ 24-hour traffic center.
Is ticking, an unreliable network can cost your business money. That's why you need Comcast Business. Our gig speed network is fast, and we go beyond fast with the complete reliability of 4G LTE backup, which means that even if something like construction accidentally knocks out the power, you can still upload that big presentation, email important clients, invoice customers, and not take a hit to your company's bottom line. For a limited time, switch to Comcast Business and get an amazing deal on fast, reliable internet. Get 75 megabit internet for $49.95 per month for 2 years when you add 2 voice mobility lines. Just one more way Comcast Business goes beyond other providers. Call 1-800-501-6000 today. Comcast Business. Beyond fast.
Conference code 3118 restrictions apply. New business customers only. 2-year agreement required. Early termination fee applies. Equipment taxes and fees extra subject to change. Connection code backup limited to up to 6 hours. Requires Comcast Business Internet. Primo Shave Cream is made to fight razor burn and skin irritation. How? Primo Shave Cream is highly concentrated, not a cloud of foam. It contains unique molecules that become ultra slick when mixed with water, so your blade can glide effortlessly over skin, even against the grain. You'll enjoy a close, comfortable shave while fighting mixed razor burn and skin irritation. Discover Cremo Barber Grade Shave Cream for yourself at Walmart, Target, Rite Aid, CVS, Walgreens, and on Amazon. And follow Cremo Company on Instagram for helpful tips and giveaways.
At AutoZone, helping you get more done is what we do best. And if your check engine light is on, our free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help you learn what the problem is so you can fix it the first time. And the best part is, it'll do it for free, helping you save time and money down the road. Visit any of our 88 Detroit AutoZone locations and let us do more for you. Restrictions and details at store.
You dream about being a leader. The Air National Guard makes it a reality. Take your life to new heights with a greater purpose and mission. Get military training, serve close to home, and protect others all over the world. It's time to take off. Visit us at goeng.com/now or call us at 1-800-TOTO-ANG.
I love my city. This is my home. I grew up with that blue-collar assembly line mentality. You get up, you go to work, and you work hard. That's what makes us superior.
Superior pricing, superior selection, and Dealer of the Year for 3 years in a row. How's that for professional grade? Superior still has a lot of 2018 Yukons, more than anyone in the country, and they all must go. With its year-end closeout pricing, you can lease your brand new 2018 Yukon SLE for only $379 a month with $995 down. Only $379 a month for your own 2018 Yukon SLE. Or if you'd rather
Stay in the left
you can
lane.
save up to $13,000 with factory rebates and incentives, and up to $18,000 on the Denali 4x4 Ultimate Package. These are the best prices you'll see all year.
For details, visit Superior Pirate GMC on Michigan Avenue, just east of Bloomfield, or shop online. They deliver at superioronline.com.
Smart, simple health insurance for you and your family. Sign up at highoscar.com. Switch to health insurance that doesn't hurt. Open enrollment is almost over. Sign up by December 15th to get covered in 2019. Life is up. Salaries are up. Supplies are up. Owning a business means overweight. But DTE Energy is committed to helping your business grow. DTE offers rebates, tools, and tips to help you save energy you need. We even have extra
Starting route to 7912 Bailey Street.
to show you where to save.
Hey,
Turn
my
left.
energy bill went down 10%.
Visit DTEenergy.com/save now to
In a
learn
quarter
more.
mile,
DTE
turn left
Energy.
onto Pine Lake Road.
DTE Energy is committed to helping Michigan businesses. So we perform over 1,800 free on-site business energy consultations each year. And offer
Turn
rebates
left
and
onto Pine
incentives
Lake
on
Road.
upgrades to energy-efficient equipment. In fact, we help them save over $40 million every year because more businesses saving money means more businesses making money.
In 4.6 miles, turn left onto Northwestern Highway.
I'm definitely not that type of person. And they raised me right. I was raised by my mom and my grandma. And it was just us. And they've always taught me well. And I know right from wrong. And I'm always a person who want to see make everybody happy.
Starting route to 7912 Bailey Street.
The audio is courtesy
Head
of
southwest
ESPN,
on Orchard
cut
Lake Road.
from the Kansas City Chiefs
In
on
4.5
Friday.
miles, turn
And,
left onto
the question
Northwestern
now becomes
Highway.
where he will land. Will he land with an NFL team? Will all the teams, the other 31 teams, kind of wait a little bit and see what the feedback is? I mean, I almost wonder if some teams would put out feelers in the community to get some sense of
I'm
what
sure.
the backlash is, because I mean, is there a contending NFL team right now? I know he probably won't play this season, so I mean, this is a silly question to even ask, but I'm trying to think of a contending NFL team who could really use a running back.
Pittsburgh Steelers, because Connor got hurt a little.
Yeah.
I don't see the Rooney family picking him up.
One of my son's friends' fantasy teams, two running backs were Le'Veon Bell and Kareem Hunt. So it's a rough twist of fate for his fantasy team. But that's
You
not
could
the
argue
issue.
the Rams. You know, if they lost their backup yesterday to an injury just
Yeah.
to protect Gurley.
Yeah, that's true. Chris on a cell phone. You're on 97.1 The Ticket. Hello, Chris.
Hello there. Hey, this one real quick. I hear everybody when they come to these issues always on the men, and I get that because you're not supposed to put your hands on a woman. But I want to know at some point, women tend to provoke this, and a lot of times they seem to strike the man first. I want to know when they're going to be held accountable as well at some point. Because whether or not you're not supposed to put your hands on a woman's not supposed supposed to put their hands on a man either. Okay,
Yes.
and I've seen it even in the Ray Rice one. Yeah, he's 220, he's jacked. She smacked him too.
Chris, if a
Why is that okay?
If a child hit you, are you then justified to hit the child?
Okay, first of all, we're adults. This isn't a child, Jamie.
Okay, but I'm asking you a
This is a
question.
full-grown adult. That's non-comparable.
I
Comparable
think
is
it
that
is.
we are two adults here.
I think if you're talking about a world-class athlete, you're talking about a guy like Kareem Hunt or Ray Rice, who is bigger and stronger, then there's a considerable difference.
Maybe if it's heavyweight, if it's female boxer Clarissa Shields, you might have a point.
Well, okay, but why is it okay for her to put her hands on you? Why is that okay? As an insult, why is that accepted? And it's always all we talk about is men. Why is that okay? That's assault too. That's what I want to know. That's what I'm asking. Why is that okay?
File charges then, and don't hit her back. I mean, if you're so concerned with it being assault, then file charges, I guess. And maybe you've been hit. I don't know. I mean, I've never gotten into a physical altercation with my wife. If I did, I haven't. So I can't even put myself in that place. I don't want to go down that road. Cornell in Pontiac, you're on 97.1 The Ticket. Hello, Cornell.
Hey guys, how are you this morning?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
Listen, to me, it's just a matter of time before Hunt plays again. I mean, to me, it's a double standard with the NFL. I mean, look at I'm going back to the point you made about you're not sure if he'll play again because you have video. What I heard you say is what company to call in. Well, they have video of Joe Mixon. I mean, flat out video. I mean, brutal video. And they had time to debate it, look over it, and they still got it.
Right.
So it's not a matter of if the guy's going to play. It's just a matter of when he's going to play. Now, if he was a 9 or a 10-year veteran, then that's maybe one thing. They can kind of put it to the side. But this guy is as good as he is, young as he is. Some team's going to be like, this guy can help me win. That's all it's going to matter. And then my final point is, you can, Ray Rice, Hunt, Mixon, all these other guys can slap women and punch women and disrespect women and put their hands on women all day. And,
Starting route to 7912 Bailey Street.
And get one.
Head south on Orchard Lake Road.
Earn a living, but if you take a knee, you're blackballed. And I'm
In
gonna
half
end
a
it with
mile,
that. You guys
turn
have a
left
good-
onto West Long Lake Road.
Foster thing. I mean, the Redskins of all teams, playing Reuben Foster, but they find Mark Sanchez really bad.
Cornell, you're probably right. I'm sure he probably will play again. I mean, I said to Stoney, I don't know, but you're right with the examples you give. And I was thinking about Osuna, the pitcher from the Blue Jays who got dealt to the Astros after Jeff Lunau, is that his name?
Yeah.
He said that we have a zero tolerance policy, and after Verlander was so outspoken against other athletes who had done that, other baseball players. So you're right, he probably will.
What about the kicker for the Giants, Josh Brown? The Giants re-signed him even after they knew all that kind of crap.
I mean, look, one of the things I don't like about these topics is that all we do is end up bringing up other guys. You know what I mean? Oh, what about Leonard Little? Well, how about Kareem Hunt? Let's just talk about him if it's possible in a vacuum, and what he did, what he's accused of doing, and what will happen next. The only reason I think it might be a little bit different than the Joe Mixon thing is that, and I know this is a very small delineation to make, because when Joe Mixon did it, he was at college. They interviewed him, they talked about him, there was a long process, and then they drafted him. It certainly hurt his draft stock.
Oh, yes.
I think everybody agrees he would have been a high first-round pick.
Hurt
if that had
Tyreek
never
Hills,
happened.
too.
Right. And here, it will give a lot of teams pause. The reason why at the time I argued that the Lions should draft Joe Mixon was that if there's 32 teams in this league, and they all have the same goal, and if you don't play by the same rules as the other 32 teams, you're putting yourself in a deficit, right? So it's like if the other 30 teams are saying, we'll consider him, and you're a team that says, no, moralistically we just can't do it, then that's a great stance to take, and some of your fans might truly appreciate that and applaud that. But the bottom line is the bottom line, and it would, I think.
So let me ask you this: if you approved for them to select Joe Mixon, which I did as well, why would you disapprove of them signing Kareem?
Because maybe I've reached my tipping point. I don't know. I can't tell you, but I'm just telling you my emotions seeing that video. I didn't watch it until yesterday, and when I finally watched it, I just was disgusted. I mean, I was disgusted at the fact that he had, it seemed to be 2 or 3 friends of his, or 2 or 3 guys who were doing their best to hold him back.
But he came back and kicked her.
And he wouldn't be stopped.
Right.
It's like, dude, relax. You know, and I don't know if he was under the influence of something. There's no excuse. And maybe she was instigating as well, like the previous caller said. But God, I you know, when we talked about Joe Mixon, we had people who called up and said, you're a father of girls, you know, things like that. And yeah, that starts to stick with you after a while. I can't watch that video. It's disgusting.
Like Hardy had like a history. I mean, it wasn't just one instance.
No.
Right now,
but there's also no video of Hardy.
Right.
The video sucks, but it is very damning.
Right. But the deal with Hunt, if this is the only instance we know about, he should get a second chance. If we find out that he's a repeat abuser, that's a different story.
Yeah. Well, again, you mentioned the other report during the summertime. He got into a violent altercation at Putin Bay. Putin Bay. Such a lovely place, right? How could you get into a violent assault there? But there is it's with a male as opposed to a female, which will affect things certainly. And there is no video of it. Spencer in West Bloomfield, you're on 97.1 The Ticket. What's up, Spencer?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you this morning?
Good.
You know, I think in today's society, we're too quick to condemn. What he did is horrible. He should be suspended at least a year.
Turn left onto West Long Lake Road.
But with anybody who's in prison or addicts or anything like that, I think we have to be open to a second chance if the people are truly sorry for what they did. What do you guys think about that?
I agree. I'm all for second chances.
Yeah, I'm all for second chances too.
Yeah, we've all made mistakes. We've all done things that we regret. And for us to just sit and right away just say, the rest of this guy's life, he should not play football again, is not fair if he's truly sorry and if he can be an example for the NFL and do like these seminars in the summers about, you know, domestic violence, and if he changes and goes down that road. I think it could be a good thing, a negative turn into a positive.
Totally with you, Spencer. I guess in this particular instance, you start to wonder.
In 3.7 miles, turn left onto Northwestern Highway.
Where there is, and you say we all make mistakes. Well, you know, our mistakes and those mistakes are a little bit different. You know, I mean, I don't want to sit here and start justifying one crime.
Starting route to 7912 Bailey Street.
It's a very difficult.
In 3.5 miles, turn left onto Northwestern Highway.
In the National Football League, well, it's a job, and he's very good, and he deserves to play based on his talent and the merit of it. It also is a privilege, and it just feels like he kind of forfeits that privilege.
Starting route to 7912 Bailey Street.
Jamie and Stoney will get back
in 3.5 miles, turn left onto Northwestern Highway.
Play at the end of the game. Right now it's time for a sports update with Tony Ortiz.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. A radio.com station. Sports headlines all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Lula Chevrolet. A pair of touchdown runs by Todd Gurley in the fourth quarter helped propel the Los Angeles Rams to a 30-16 victory over the Lions yesterday at Ford Field. Next up for Detroit, who has lost 5 of the last 6. They'll head to Arizona Sunday for a game against the Cardinals. The Cardinals, by the way, pulling off the day's biggest upset on Sunday as they would defeat the Packers in Green Bay 20-17. Following that loss, Packers officials fired Mike McCarthy, officially ending his 13-year run as Green Bay's head coach. The Red Wings lose for the 4th time in their last 6 games as they were blanked by the Colorado Avalanche yesterday 2-0 at Little Caesars Arena. After the game, Nicholas Cromwell alluded to reporters kind of like Detroit's effort in that loss.
I thought it was pretty good compete, a lot of emotions out there, good physical play. Just ended up with a few too many turnovers. Created too much turnover for no reason.
Wings get right back in the game action tomorrow night as they clash with the Tampa Bay Lightning. That game also at the LCA. The 4 teams that will compete in this year's college football playoffs were officially unveiled yesterday. One semifinal, Alabama will take on Oklahoma. The other semifinal features Clemson taking on Notre Dame. Meanwhile, the Michigan State Spartans will clash with Oregon December 31st at the Red Box Bowl in Santa Clara, California. As for Michigan, the Wolverines will be headed to this year's Peach Bowl in Atlanta to face Florida. That game, December 21. The Pistons look to extend their winning streak to 6 as they clash with the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight. Team that's won 7 of its last 9. We'll have the game right here on The Ticket. Mark Champion and Rick Mahorn will have the call. Tip is at 7.
From the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Tony Ortiz. For more, go to 971theticket.com.
Jamie and Stoney. 97.1 The Ticket.
In 2.8 miles, turn left onto
We
Courtney
have
Road.
Piston tickets to give away coming up this morning at 8:35 to see the Pistons take on the process, the Philadelphia 76ers. Ooh, the rematch at the Palace. That could be juicy this Friday night, December 7th at 7 p.m. Tickets are still available at Pistons.com.
The Pistons, they're so much fun to watch. It's amazing.
They're on fire, Stoney.
I know, a big game tonight against Oklahoma State. Just because they just don't get too emotional. You guys will get too much against the Phoenix.
Yeah. Nice win on Saturday against the Warriors. Thought we cried on for that one.
By the way, I know it's early. Blake Griffin's got to be get some MVP consideration, man. You think?
100%. Absolutely. I mean, like, I don't know what the Vegas odds are. I probably still wouldn't bet on him just because that we know how this thing usually goes. But absolutely. I think Giannis is the probably the front runner right now in Milwaukee for what he's doing. But Blake's been fantastic. All right, we're talking about the Kareem Hunt situation. We'll get back to the Lions as well. They were 30-16 losers to the Rams yesterday to fall to 4-8, officially eliminated, Stoney, from divisional play this year. So the only chance left for the postseason is the wild card, which means once again the Lions will not be hosting a home play.
Was it the last one they hosted? Really?
Good.
Oh, great.
Congratulations.
Well, sure.
Very happy for you. That was the last time they won a division.
Yeah.
Now we're there to marching up into the famous ball, and the Lions are Central Division champions.
It's been so long now, there wasn't even a winner.
I know. Ben Musburger and Joe Theismann on the phone.
That's some form of it, but the
There's
masses,
dial up.
the masses were not using the internet.
No. You know, of all the damning factoids about the Lions' ineptitude over the last 60 years, I think not winning a division title in 25 years is got to be mentioned because that's really hard to do, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, the divisions have been 4 teams since what? The late 90s? Early 2002? When the Texans came in?
I'm not going to ask this on the air. I'll look it up. I wonder how if there's any other teams who are currently enjoying a draft as long or longer than the Lions, who have not won a division. The Browns.
The Bills are close. The Browns don't count because they were reincarnated.
The Bills were when the Bills were going to Super Bowls when this.
Oh yeah, but it's not that much longer. Like,
Yeah.
I think once you got into the mid 90s,
They
late
stopped
90s,
winning divisions.
Yeah, I believe they were a wild card in Music Stadium here, and that was their last playoff game until last year in Jackson.
Yeah.
In 1 mile, turn left onto Walnut Lake Road.
All right, now let's go to Dre in Southfield talking about Kareem Hunt here on 97.1 The Ticket. Hello, Dre. Morning, Dre.
Hey, so
Turn left onto Walnut Lake Road.
Yeah, no, you're right. I totally get what you're saying, Dre. I think sometimes, though, and I'm guilty of this as well, we tend to use the phrase mistake when it's actually, commit a crime. It's like a mistake is getting behind the wheel when you're a little bit above the .08 and maybe you get pulled over. I'm not saying you kill anybody or you hurt anybody, but maybe you get caught up in a DWI and it's like, God, I thought it was okay to drive. That to me is more of a mistake than
In 2.9 miles, turn left onto West 13 Mile Road.
I tend to agree with you. You know what I think? You brought up Michael Vick earlier, Stoney, and I want to say at least, but Michael Vick went through the court system. He was convicted, and he served his time, and he came out. And when he came out of jail and was signed by the Philadelphia Eagles, I didn't have a problem with it because he's an American citizen. He went through the judicial system. He served his penalty. Like, I almost feel like in this instance, if they were to press charges against Kareem Hunt and he were to go to jail for, I don't know, 14 months or something and then come out, it's almost like I'd have an easier time with him then getting reinstated there than just, I apologize for what I did, it's not my true character, and then him getting back in.
Well, let me say this, Jamie. I see what you're saying. I wouldn't say throw this young man in jail. I wouldn't say that, okay? I understand if he got press charges, I can't say nah, he can't because look at the video. But here's what I would say. For someone like Kareem Hunt, being so young in his career, not taking a lot of money, I think him not getting a paycheck is a huge plus on the list of
Penalty,
and if he has to sit out a whole, for one, he's risking, you're not shape. There's so many things that his career may never be the same. There's a very low chance that it, very high chance that it won't be the same. Just by sitting out. So, look, I think coming against suspended is totally warranted. Let's see if other things play out, and we'll take it on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, that's fair. Thanks, Trey. Appreciate the phone call.
That's right. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what the league decides to do.
Well, it's also going to be interesting to see what the league doesn't decide to do. And by that I mean what the chilling effect will be like around the league, as it clearly is with Kaepernick, as it clearly was with Eric Reed, right? I mean, it's just because Goodell comes out and says something, it doesn't necessarily mean that there won't be some. I mean, there can be little doubt that the NFL teams have colluded against Colin Kaepernick.
You just stop and think about this.
Right, but so the question is, will they collude against Kareem Hunt? And they probably will not.
No. It's amazing to me that a player is blackballed for kneeling during the national anthem. But guys who have done worse things, at least in my opinion, like Reuben Foster and others, they get claimed on waivers, and Colin Kaepernick can't get a sniff? Now, I don't know the shape Colin Kaepernick's in. We've seen videos and all that stuff. Irrelevant. It's just, the dichotomy to me is just nuts.
Well, I think what you see there is what bothers people more.
Yes, I know. That to me is amazing.
And there is this image of a black man with a large afro kneeling on the sideline during the national anthem, and that rubs people the wrong way more than video. And again, this is not all people. I'm talking about some people. But certainly the video, but even more so, just allegations. It's like, the number of boys will be boys. I mean, you heard the first caller we had on this topic who said, what about the woman? She instigated it. Why isn't there self-charges being filed against her? It's like, really?
There's no charges being filed on either side.
No, but you're talking about, why wouldn't, Greg Hardy, she probably instigated it, okay? Well, he is holding guns to her head, you had the situation back in Florida when Urban Meyer was there with A, Aaron Hernandez, but B, the other kid, Bobby Rainey, who I believe said something along the lines, it's time for the blank to die, or something like that. And yet he was reinstated a couple weeks later, because quite frankly, Urban Meyer's offense wasn't running very well, and he had to get him back on the field. So that stuff is more acceptable and more palatable to people than, being non-patriotic or protesting.
That's what I don't understand. What's worse?
So I think prejudice has a large part to do.
Okay, but in these situations, you're also talking about black people who are the ones who are committing the assault in these cases.
Right. But I think in the Kaepernick Reed instance, it's more, you don't appreciate what you have, you don't appreciate what you've been given, so on and so forth. And that attitude is just not appreciated by a lot of people in this country. Should we read some ticket text on it?
Sure.
Just kidding. All right, it is 8:12. When we come back, Heather will have news, including a very cool tribute that SNL had for the President George H.W. Bush, who passed away on Friday night at the age of 94. Also, like I said, coming up at 8:30, We got some Piston tickets to give away. Your chance to see one of the hottest teams in action against one of the hottest teams in the East, the Philadelphia 76ers, on Friday night. Jamie and Stoney, 97.1 The Ticket.
Hey, here to tell you about Capital Mortgage Funding. The mortgage industry has changed, and for years and years, you've heard all about Harry Glanz, Dan Burke, and the entire staff of Capital Mortgage Funding. They've been around for a long time. In fact, if my math is correct, they've been around the last time the Lions won a division championship. That's good, I guess. Call them the 1-800-LOW rate. Harry and Dan will take good care of you.
1 mile, turn left onto West 13 Mile
No
Road.
outrageous fees, no outrageous costs, and they won't put you into a bad mortgage program like other companies do, other companies did. Capital Mortgage Funding has been around for a long time. They do what's best for the customer, not the company. Now's a great time to buy a new home or take advantage of all-time low rates with homes selling at great values. Capital Mortgage Funding, call them today, 1-800-LOW rate. That's 1-800-LOW rate. Absolutely, positively the best mortgage bank.
Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Charity Motors. Charity Motors is driven to help. Donate your car to Charity Motors and help any charity you choose. And help yourself to a full fair market value tax deduction. Call 888-908-CARS or visit CharityMotors.org today to donate your car. In Washtenaw County, 94 westbound at Jackson Avenue closed this morning due to an accident. 75 north on just after 9 Mile Road, a crash is blocking the right lane and shoulder. Another accident, 96 the Jeffries westbound, local lanes at Greenfield, and 94 westbound right after the Lodge. Traffic also brought to you by Ascension Care Teams. You can do many things to fight the flu, but sometimes the unavoidable happens. Ascension Care Teams are here for you. Schedule an appointment as soon as you experience flu-like symptoms so they can get you the care you need. Visit GetAscensionCareSCMI.com. I'm Michelle Penny on the WWJ 24-hour Traffic Center.
The Detroit Pistons play the Milwaukee Bucks. Pre-game Wednesday night at 7:35 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Hi, I'm Adam Hoffman from Hire It Done. I always say the best roof is the one that's installed properly. Hire It Done is the only local company that pre-screens its contractors. So when it's time for a new roof, let my pre-screen contractors compete for your business. Just visit HireItDone.com.
Attention Duluth Trading Store customers. With the holidays here, it's time to remember what's really important. Ingenious workwear. Stock up on all the Mary you can carry. From no-pinch men's underwear to pocket-pack pants for women. Oh, great. This weekend, take the grunt work out of gifting with 30% off purchases over $100 at the Duluth Trading Stores in Macomb and Wixom.
Ho, ho, ho! Everyone knows that Kris Kringle is the sample
Stay in the
of
left
North
lane.
Pole, but here in Michigan, Mother Waddles plays the role of Santa to thousands of needy
Turn left onto
families
West
year
13
round.
Mile
In
Road.
fact, Mother Waddles has been helping the poorest of the poor for over 60 years. And now you can become one of Mother Waddles' elves by donating your card today. The time is running out. You must donate your car before December 31st if you want that year-end Blue Book value tax deduction as a stocking stuffer. So if you have an extra car and you're considering donating it, call Mother Waddles at 313-WADDLES and tell them that you want to be one of Mother Waddles' elves. That number again is 313-WADDLES, or you can donate your car online at motherwaddles.org. And on behalf of the Mother Waddles mission, we wish everyone a very blessed holiday season.
Hi, I'm Mark Tapper from Tapper's Jewelry. When you're looking for the perfect holiday gift, choose something that sparkles and makes people shine. Something that shows someone how special they are, with sentiment that lasts longer than the season. Choose Tapper's Jewelry.
In a quarter mile, take a slight right turn onto Northwestern Highway.
List. Plus, this holiday season, we're giving you the best gift of the year, up to $600 off and up to 60 months of financing. So shop and save at Tapper's Jewelry in Somerset, 12 Oaks, or West Bloomfield. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Toy Bogananza is going on now at Meijer. Great toys from Hot Wheels, Disney Princess, and more are buy one, get one 50% off.
Use the right two lanes to take a slight right turn onto Northwestern Highway.
40% off. Plus, with M-Perks Daily Deals, you can get hot deals one day only, every day until Christmas. Save big on the gifts you really want with great holiday deals at Meijer. Why pay more? Exclusions apply. See all the deals at Meijer.com.
best Cadillac offers of the year during the incredible indoor sale now through Saturday at Sarah Cadillac, M53 and 30 Mile, right on the corner. This week at Sarah, take advantage of amazing offers on brand new Cadillacs. And on Saturday, the last day of the sale, we're bringing our tremendous Cadillac selection indoors for your ultimate shopping experience. Payments as low as $3.29 a month on the amazing
Continue on to
2019
Michigan
Cadillac
10
XT5.
South.
Tremendous offers on exciting 2019 XT4s, CTSs, Escalades, and courtesy transportation vehicles. Limited time savings on our enormous selection of Cadillac certified pre-owned. Plus at Sarah, we want your trade. We need your trade, and we will pay more than anyone else to get it. Check it out at drivesarahcadillac.com. And then hurry to the incredible indoor sale going on now through Saturday at Sarah Cadillac, M53 and 30 Mile, right on the corner. Payments as low as $329 a month on XT5s. Tremendous offers on an amazing selection of 2019 Cadillac XT4s, CTSs, and Escalades, as well as certified pre-owned. Plus Sarah's world-class buying experience. Remember, you can drive a car or you can drive a Cadillac.
The D-Shop at Comerica Park is the place to be this Saturday for the Detroit Tigers holiday sale, with select items up to 50% off. Don't miss a special autograph signing with the Tigers' top 4 prospects from 2 to 4 p.m. For autograph tickets, visit tigers.com/authentics.
Let your voice be heard. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime.
In 2 miles, continue on to Michigan 10 South.
Weather forecast for today, there is a little bit of snow, nothing too accumulating. Colder today than it was yesterday. Yesterday was crazy.
I know, nice day.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Dogs for a walk after the Lion game.
High of 37 degrees today. Avs beat the Wings 2-0 last night at the LCA. Lions, of course, fall to the Rams 30-16. And the late night game.